Supernatural and supernatural worlds that surround us. Here we delve into those topics that challenge us to think outside the limitations of realism, where we test the boundaries of imagination and are forced to think outside the confines and restrictions of what is normal. We are the creators, the writers, the artists, and the insane. Welcome to our Wyrd Realities.
Happy Monday. This is Hadley Thorne, and I am here with the one and only voice of Wyrd Realities, Miss Finley Jones. Hey, Finley, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Hadley, I'm good. How are you?
It's fine. So, what are you cooking for supper?
We're gonna have a little chicken cordon bleu and some lima beans. I should probably throw something green in there, but I hadn't done that yet.
Well, that sounds delicious. All right, well, I wanted to give everybody an opportunity to get to know the Wyrd team. And you're someone who's behind the scenes a lot. They don't often get to see you. You're always welcome on any of our live shows. And we're just going to be getting you out here more and more. So I've got a couple of fun questions to ask if you want to get started, and just take your time asking them, and we'll just let the conversation go from there. Okay? All righty. So my first question I have is, if you were a potato, what way would you like to be cooked?
Oh my god. I'm gonna go with baked.
And would you just want to have the butter, or are you a sour cream, chives, and bacon bits kind of girl?
I'm gonna have to go with butter, bacon, and cheese.
Oh, fancy.
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 I am a loaded baked potato.
Now, I've known you. A lot of the crew, I guess our Wyrd team out there in the Wyrd verse, they don't really know this, but you and I kind of grew up together. We've been knowing each other since we were, 16? 17? 15, yeah.
Yeah, I was 15. I was younger than everybody else in our class.
I did not know that.
Yep.
I just remember you moved here over the summer one year. I think we were going to sophomore year.
Yep, right before.
Right before.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably doubly interesting for me, but have you ever been mistaken for someone famous?
I used to have people tell me that I looked like Holly Hunter.
I can see that.
And whenever they did, what was that? Raising Arizona. And that one line where she tells Nicolas Cage, we got a baby now, how everything's changed. I used to be able to say that line just like she said it. And I would just spout it off at random moments just to get a giggle.
That's funny. So I know, like I said, I know a little bit about your background, and I know that you've got some, personal history on stage and singing. Would you like to tell us just any little bit about that?
I mean, I can. I think I was in choir in church for as long as I can remember. And then we moved here and there was a show choir, and I was so excited because, I used to kind of think pretty highly of myself. Not quite so much anymore. But I did well in that area. That was my fun time.
Well, did you ever sing with a band, or
I I did
out at the clubs? Did you ever do that?
I did one time at a club on Ferris Street. And if you know anything about Jackson, Mississippi, Ferris Street is not exactly a safe part of town, but there was a blues club there. And it was the one time I sang with the band. We did a little bit of Janet Jackson, and we sang some Hall and Oates, Sarah Smile. Great song. It was me and another guy, and then we had a bass player, and I can't remember. I think we had a keyboardist and a saxophonist.
Well, what happened?
Well, I figured that if I could get the crowd to like, That's the Way Love Goes by Janet Jackson, when I sang it, we'd be all right. And I started singing, and a couple of the people got up, started dancing. I was like, thank goodness. But I did have a couple of beers before that happened because
Just a
I was
couple.
young and nervous. But I tried to help bring stuff in, and the guy that asked me to sing with him wouldn't let me do it. And then at the end of the night, when it was time for tips, I got like $10 out of the whole pot because I didn't do anything but sing. And that was enough for me. I said, we're not doing this. I'm done.
Yeah, I
Because
think
I
that would.
earned that.
I think that would have done it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I
it was
hate that.
fun.
Did you ever want to do it again, or just not with those same guys?
I would have loved to have done it again. Yeah. I would have
Never too
loved
late,
to have
girl.
done
Never too late to live your dreams.
it. Well, I know, but they want to see cute little young tiny things. I'm I'm not those things anymore. But it's okay. I'm good where I am. I like the behind the scenes. I like listening to my daughter, my baby girl sings, and she's really, really good. She's
Does
never
she do? Does she go to the club and sing, or just church?
She doesn't sing in church. She did show choir at Brandon, which was way different than when I did show choir at Brandon. Way different. It's ridiculous how different it is. Like I can't even explain how different it is. But she was phenomenal. They did Alice in Wonderland type theme one year, and she was the Red Queen.
Oh, cool.
And they take contemporary songs and just have like this massive 20-minute mashup of different songs, and it's just a continuous show, and it is, gosh, it's
So
good.
kind of like Glee. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh man, I would
The
love
music
that.
never stops. The music never stops. I'll have to send you a link to that show.
Dude, I would love to watch it.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. But anyway, yeah. So she's really good. I keep trying to encourage her to go on The Voice because she has a unique sound. And they don't like it when you're cookie cutter.
Yeah.
They like
Well,
that
I'd love to
unique.
hear her. So hook us up. She got
Okay.
any YouTube videos?
I put a few out there. I'll have to send. I think my favorite one is still out there. I'll have to find it and send the link, and you can use it however you want to.
Find it, send it to me.
Okay.
Our bad boy friends, wearing the folk, there's some musicians there too.
Hey,
Yeah, they
nice.
actually wrote some music for us, and I've used on some of our background for um just setting up some of our shows.
That's awesome. My
They're
husband and I bought guitars because we were going to learn to play the guitar. We took one lesson, and they've been in the case ever since. But I really would like to learn how to play guitar.
Well, let me know when you're going to do it because I wouldn't mind learning. I need to get out of the
Okay.
house more.
Okay. We can do that. That would be fun.
It would be.
We can do that. Yeah, we
Get
like to
get
listen
get up
to.
with old Sharon Posey, and she's playing, I think, drums in a band now.
Oh, that would be fun. That would
So
be so fun.
currently, what are you most excited about that's going on in your life?
Mm, I have a daughter that's getting married in December.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that. She's my family's very tight knit, and then I married Jeff, and his family's really tight knit, and I want that for my girls, and well, for all my kids, I should say. And so far, we're batting 1,000, so
That's
that's good.
awesome.
Yeah, so I'm excited. And then Jeff and I are going on a cruise in September, and I cannot wait for that.
Where are y'all going?
Oh crap. We're going to, it's Cozumel, and there's another place I've never been before, but I cannot remember what the name of it is. Costa Maya. Costa Maya. Am I saying that right? I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
Well, I will be hoping that it is not a hurricane in the way of your boat when you go, because
I know. I was thinking
that's the
this,
time of year we usually get them.
and they're talking about this year's being more active than.
Yeah, they actually, when I was working for disaster relief, they were saying that they were expecting a number of named storms this year. I think 10. But you never know. I mean, you never know.
That's right. Okay. So
That does sound exciting, though. I wish I was going on a cruise. I've been looking at those riverboat cruises, and I was thinking I would love to do one like on the East Coast in the rivers. Like go up there and go into Canada and come back. I think they have them like around Boston or somewhere, but I think that would be fun. But I mean, I wanted to go on a cruise. Around. Well, they have a cruise like from Iceland to like Finland, I think, or Denmark. But now I'm like, I don't know about going overseas with all the unrest with Germany, or not Germany, with
Russia and
Russia and Ukraine. It makes me kind of nervous.
Yeah, I can see that. I would be too.
So I'm just gonna travel in the U.S. for a while.
I do want to go to Alaska though.
Yeah, CC wants to do I guess like a river cruise in Alaska.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. CC is my best friend, for those who don't know. We also call her Chris Vandelay. You might have heard it on the birthday episode. So
nice.
She periodically makes an appearance. But, all right. So, okay. The important question now, what TV shows are you currently watching?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So Ozark, I love. Yellowstone, I love. What else am I watching? I just started watching The Flight Attendant. I'm late to the game, but I started watching it and was sucked in, and before I knew it, 6 episodes had gone by, and I was like, I've got to stop watching this.
Yeah. I binge watched Stranger Things yesterday.
Stranger Things is amazing. I have seen that. I think I need to go watch the last season. I can't remember if I've seen it, so I could be watching it again.
Well, the 4th season just dropped I think it dropped in May, and they're doing another half of it that's coming out in July. And I will say, from someone who grew up in the 80s and the 90s, I love that show. It just is so nostalgic to me.
That is what I tell people whenever I encourage
and those kids are like our age group, like that's like the age we would have been back then, so it's even more fun.
Exactly. I loved it. I think the first time I watched it, I was not at my current job, so I'm going to say this, and it's okay. But I was all caught up at work, and I thought, well, I'll just start watching this show. So I put it on my phone, and I started watching it, and that scene in the beginning, it scared the crap out of me, and I yelled out sitting in my office when it happened. Do you know what scene I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think.
When they're all going home.
Oh yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's the one. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I don't want to say anything.
And I will say I'm a huge Yellowstone fan. And 1883 broke my fucking heart. Oh, excuse my language. It broke my heart.
I have not finished 1883. We have tried to watch it and had a hard time getting into it. We tried it a second time, and I think we made it to the 3rd episode. We really just need to finish it.
Well, it gets better. The first 2 episodes were kind of slow, but after that, it does start picking up. Once they get on the trail, you know,
We
it
get
does start
exciting.
picking up. But it was beautifully done. I am a huge Taylor Sheridan fan. He is got a
Yeah.
way with writing characters that really just touch your heart.
Yeah, he does. I did not realize that was him. That was the crap. What is his name in Yellowstone? He's the
Oh,
one that does the
the horses.
yes.
I can't think of his name either.
I
He
can't
was in
remember.
he was, I think, one of the sheriffs or deputies in Sons of Anarchy.
Was he really?
That's what I hear. I kind of remember him, but he looks kind of different. Um, but I'll tell you this: he was a screenwriter for one of my favorite movies, which is one of those movies that I will tell people that it's not a feel good movie, but it is one of the most gripping, real, harsh truth movies that you can watch, and it's called Wind River. I think that's the name of it. Let me make sure. I don't want to tell anybody wrong. But it has got Hawkeye in it from the
Mash.
Avengers.
Oh, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah. It's got Jeremy Renner stars in it with that youngest Olsen girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so old now. I can't remember people's names. um, that girl.
Is it the?
Elizabeth Olsen, and Jeremy Renner. And it takes place in Wyoming at the Wind River Reservation, and it deals with the death of a young Native American woman. And
I have seen it. I know
it's
exactly which one you're talking about.
yeah, he
Yes.
just gets in there and he can tell a good story, and I love it.
Yeah, he's
Um,
good. I agree. But yeah, I remember that movie. We watched it and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. It gets kind of intense there toward the
it is
end.
very intense. That's a good word
Yeah.
for it. But
Yeah.
it was just harsh. It was a harsh, real movie.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is.
so far, what has required the most courage of you in your life?
Oh gosh. Um, let's see. I got pregnant before I got married and I had to tell my parents and I had I had not been dating
Hey, Mark
yet
Eady,
very
I'm
long.
sorry to interrupt. Mark Eady and Tony are MVP are in the house, and I have just clicked back over. I'm sorry, I've got a list of questions. So you were
Okay.
pregnant, and
I
what
had to
happened?
tell my parents.
Oh, that would be very
And I
much.
was scared.
Well, I can
But
see.
yeah,
How old were you?
I was 24. 24 when I found out. 25, I had my birthday and then she was born 16 days later.
Wow.
So I was 25 when I had her. But it was the best thing that could have happened to me because I was going down a pretty dark path. So
There are no mistakes, for
there
sure.
are no mistakes. We would not be who we are today had we not gone through those trials.
That's right. Now, if you could erase one event from history, which one would you erase?
From history, oh my
Yep.
gosh. God, that's a hard question. I think I'm going to have to go with the Holocaust. Oh my gosh, no, because then there's 9/11, and then there's uh, Selma, Alabama, the bombings in Birmingham. There's so many things. Um, I'm gonna have to stick with my first one though. I'm gonna have to say the Holocaust.
I think that's a good one. That was what, 11 or 13 million people?
As a whole bunch of people,
Yeah.
a whole bunch for no good reason. And that's every tragedy in history, but that one I think is the one that hurts me the most. Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
All right. Now, if you could win an Olympic medal for any sport, real or fake, what would it be?
Floating in the pool for the longest amount of time.
With a margarita.
Yeah.
It's the perfect weather for that right here, too.
Oh my gosh, it's so hot.
I know.
All the time. It's hot and hot and hot.
I thought about getting a splash pad for my dogs, and I'm like, maybe we need to make that a pool.
Well, I have the 2 little dogs. One lives here with me all the time, and I'm dog sitting for my daughter. And both of them have been put in the pool with us, and neither of them will go back up on the deck because the pool is there, and they think I'm going to put them back in the pool. So my dream of getting them a little doggy pool is gone because they don't like it at all. But they don't have to because I do. I'll stay in the pool.
Now, describe an experience in your life that changed your values.
Same experience when I got pregnant.
Good one. Good.
It definitely when I got pregnant. I saw things in a totally different light because it wasn't just me anymore. And for a minute, I thought it was just going to be me and her. Thankfully, it wasn't. And 24 years later, we're still together.
Funny how things work out like that.
Isn't it funny? So it's a good thing. But it definitely changed my value.
Now, would you go to space if you knew you could never come back to Earth?
No, absolutely not. The thought of that terrifies me.
See, I'm same. I will say I am the same with you. I mean, I am not an interplanetary person.
But I don't know that I could go down in a submarine either.
Same.
Because
I don't think I'd like that either.
Confined space, the thought of it, oh my gosh, the thought of it crushing you or just, no, I can't. Couldn't do it. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know how. And I've got a family member that's, that's what he does. Is he's in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how they do it. I
have the utmost respect.
No kidding, right? But
Yep.
they're. I mean, I know they're big, but still, it's just. I don't like deep, dark water anyway.
Nope, sure don't. And sometimes I don't like the beautiful blue clear water either because you can see the sharks coming at you.
Yeah, well, it's not the sharks I worry about. It's the things that eat the sharks.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Giant squids and the smart octopus that are out there.
Oh my. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go that far out in the water. Well, I guess I am if I'm in a.
Got news for you on that cruise. You're probably going to be, but that'll be different. That'll be different. Just take your hand sanitizer. That's all I ask.
I have plenty of that.
And I got one last question before we drop off of here.
Okay.
And that is, what is something I would never guess about you?
Oh gosh. Something you would never guess about me. Well, I have a phobia and it's so stupid. And I wish I didn't have it. And it really bothers me that I do. But I'm so embarrassed to say this. Just the thought of it, my hands are sweating. I have walked in a store and walked right back out because there was a little person in the store. And it's awful, and they terrify me, and I don't know why. But yeah, I have that phobia.
I wonder if that's similar to the same things that certain people have about clowns.
It maybe, I don't know. I have
Well, they
no
say
idea.
it's because, like, it's supposed to look, a certain way. I don't know. But that is curious.
And I hate that I feel that way. I really do. And I really do. I just don't understand why.
Well, hey, it's weird, and that's what we're here about.
Yeah, it is weird. And I didn't want to say it because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because that's not what it is at all.
Oh no, I know. If anybody knows, you're the kindest person. You're just a sweetheart. You're always willing to help. And I will say that that's going to do our time. We're running out. We've got a couple of more minutes. And just so the people out there know that, you are around, and we hope that you'll be doing some moderation for our group some more. Oh. That's Boo Bradley, for you people who don't know. That's Boo.
Hey, Boo.
Boo is... We got new neighbors. They have a dog. Boo and Winter are all up in arms about him. But...
Yeah, I had to close the front door and the blinds because mine were barking before we went on. I figured I might better go ahead and stop it before it starts.
Yeah. Oh, there they go again.
We love our dogs.
But that's going to do it for this week, guys. And be around. We'll be talking to Alan Gamboa and the rest of the Wyrd team for these little 30-minute question sessions. And until next time, stay weird.
Bye.